Hey.
Hello.
Hi, how you
All
doing?
right, I'm Tina Black, and I was sent here by my son's school.
Okay, yes, I have been expecting you. My name is Carlisa Washington. I'm a social worker. Um, Welcome to WFW, which stands for Women's for Women. This is a facility for women who have been victims of domestic violence. I would like to thank you for coming in today. Miss Black, is it okay if I call you Miss Black or do you prefer to be called by Tina?
Tina's fine.
Okay, then please have a seat and be comfortable.
Okay, thank you.
Okay then. Well, like I said, my name is Carlisa Washington. I'm a social worker that works with domestic violent women, domestic violent victims and their families. I am going to be working with you to help you get away from your husband and help you start over and get established in life as a single mom that's getting back out into society. But before I go any further, I need to go over a few things with you and I need your signature on a few documents. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's all right.
Okay, but first let me tell you more about the services I provide. Then we can move forward from there. Are you okay with that?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I provide many services to domestic violence victims and their families. Um, my direct services include counseling and support through shelter programs. Uh, the counseling sessions include private settings like the one that we are in now, which means no one's in here, just you and I. We just, going to talk about everything and everything that we discuss. It's going to be safe in this room. And I also offer court advocacy and access resources to escape the violence. Like when you get ready to go to court later on in your divorce process, I can be there to show proof that you have came somewhere because you have been a victim of domestic violence from your husband, and I can also speak with the judge and let him know that everything that's basically been going on and what has been recorded in our records. And I can also provide um, access to resources to escape. Like, I can we can come up with a plan and I can work with police officers and things like that. Like, if you need to get away, I can help you get away immediately without causing harm to you or your children.
All right, that sounds good. It really sounds like I'm in the right place.
Yes, you are. I'm glad that you feel that way. I hope that you continue to feel that way during our sessions and after we're done with the program. Another thing I would like to go over with you is the confidentiality agreement and also the tardy policy that we have here in the facility. I'll start with the confidentiality agreement, which states that I'm not allowed to discuss anything with anyone else besides me and you. And it also says that I have to everything that we talk about in this room and discuss. It has to stay between us. I'm not allowed to say anything to anyone else unless you're causing harm to yourself or others. Then I have to, contact somebody about that. Other than that, like everything else stays between us. And also tardy. I have other clients besides yourself. So as a courtesy to them and their session and their time, if you're going to be late more than 15 minutes, I want you to call in so we can schedule an appointment for you. Or if you show up 15 minutes after your time, then my assistant will have to reschedule you for another time, just so we have courtesy for the next person coming in. Do you agree with that? And do you acknowledge everything that I'm saying and everything that's on this sheet?
Yes.
Okay, and then I would just like for you to sign right here.
Okay. Alrighty, there's that.
Um, Thank you. Over here. Another document I would like to go with you is just basically giving you more information about WFW, just telling like how long we have been established, how many different families and women that we work with that have been in your situation or been in a worse situation, so that you know it just makes you more comfortable with coming in here and just lets you know like what are you getting yourself into, because I don't like surprises or any shocks on you. I just want you to be aware of like what goes on here and what we have established and accomplished during the years.
Okay.
That's this right here.
Okay.
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 Um, so let's get started, Tina.
Okay.
Uh, I want to again thank you for coming in. You made the first step from, you made the first step within getting your problem solved and, getting away from your husband. That was a huge step and you just showed your courage, and I just want to thank you for even just making that step to come in. Because you didn't have to, you could just brushed it out, but you came right on in.
Yeah, thank you. I just figure I just can't take it anymore. I've been letting it linger on for a little too long, and it's starting to affect my son at school, so I really need to take care of this.
Yes, I understand. I have heard from your son's school's counselor a summary about what's going on with the problems at home, but your son has described them. He hasn't really just went into great detail with the counselor because she said it was hard for him to open up. So I just want to hear from you. I want to hear your feelings and your thoughts about what's going on and the problems that are going on at home, so that I can give the counselor a better understanding how to deal with your son at school, and I can work with you on how to make these problems go away. I can give you solutions to them.
Man, it really bothers me that he still have to go talk to a counselor at school. I'm really getting upset about this.
It's all right, Tina. I'm here to help you. You don't have to worry about anything. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to look at you any different. I'm here to just listen and just to help you make the best decisions about moving forward in your life and making positive direction and going to a positive directions for you and your children. Because, like you said, I mean, if he had to go to a counselor to talk about it, it's a problem. And I'm just here to help you and help them. I'm here to help you help them.
I appreciate that.
Well, all right. So, let's is it all? Oh, okay. So, since it's emotional for you, and I see that you're having a hard time, talking about it, let's just take it slow. Just tell me, what's a typical day for you at your home? What's it like at the Blacks residence?
Well, typical day, alarm goes off at 4:30. I get up, I get everyone's clothes ready and iron. I have to iron Edward's clothes first though. Uh, and then once I'm done ironing, I go immediately to fix breakfast. And whatever Edward's menu is for breakfast, I make sure I fix it and make sure his food is hot and ready when he's ready. If not, he's gonna be very upset and beat me up or verbally abuse me. And after breakfast, I clear the table. I make sure the children get off to school, and once I drop them off to school, I rush to the office and make sure I get things prepared before Edward gets there.
Sounds like you live a busy life. Like that's a lot. 4:30 in the morning. But if you don't mind me asking, what would happen if something happens before Edward gets to the office? Like, let's say you hit a flat tire or traffic is backed up. Like, what if Edward makes it to the office before you get there? What would he do? Like, what would his reaction be?
Edward does not care if I have a flat. He don't care anything. He's gonna be upset if it's not like he wanted to be. So he will try to beat me up in the office if there's no one around, because his office is in the back. But of course, if we have clients and other people there, he'll do it when we get home.
Wow. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that and that that is happening to you. But please continue on, Tina.
Okay, so after I set things up in the office for Edward, I make sure he has hot coffee waiting on him, and then I begin taking calls and doing my job as his assistant.
So, in the building, like, how is his attitude towards you? Like, how does he interact with you in front of clients or other colleagues that are in the building?
I get treated better as his assistant. I am not his wife at work. I feel like I wish I could just stay at work with him all day. I wish that would be my life, but he does not disrespect me in front of the clients or his staff because he don't want anyone to know that he's not perfect. And around lunchtime, I must go wherever he wants food from. And if the restaurant mess up or if I take too long getting back, it's a problem. And he will verbally abuse me in the office. He even chunked food at me once before. So it, he can be mean.
That's terrible. It is so terrible.
So fast forward past the day, about 5 o'clock when it's time to close, I rush home. I prepare dinner. I assist the kids with homework. And of course, there's another menu by Edward, so I make sure I follow the directions for dinner, whatever he wants, and cook it the style that he wants it prepared. If not, of course, a bean will come. So from the kitchen to our bedroom, it doesn't matter. He right there in front of the kids, he'll do it.
Wow, the children had to witness that. That's terrible. So with the children seeing that, what are their actions like? How do they react? How do they feel about their dad doing it to you?
Well, they are afraid to help or even call the police. My daughter tries to help me cook, clean up, anything she can to keep Edward from beating me or arguing at me, and but it doesn't work. Jake, he pretty much acts like nothing is happening.
It appears that your children do not approve of your husband beating on you. Jake could be just trying to block out his feelings and his emotions because he feels like his daddy is overpowering him. And April, it sounds like she doesn't approve of it either. She it sounds like she really doesn't want her dad to be hitting you or disrespecting you.
Mhm.
But it's good that you do have your daughter there to kind of show a little support and try to help you refrain from getting beaten. So that's good, and it just sounds like Jake. He sounds like he really doesn't know what to do. So
Yeah,
he just sits there.
he pretty much feels powerless, and April, she's very helpful, but I know they both are very scared.
Yeah. So at the end of the night, like, what's the night like when you guys get ready to go to bed or whatever you do at night after dinner and all that? Like, what goes on?
Well, at the end of the night, I get the children ready for bed, and I get myself ready for bed. Sometimes it would have a drink before bed,
Mhm.
and it pretty much depends on his mood how my night is gonna go. I mean, whether he'll demand me to sleep on the floor, on the couch, just depend on his attitude. If he's had a long day, then he'll force me to have sex with him.
Wow, this is terrible. Like, this is bad. I just want to thank you for sharing that information with me and trusting me with it. I know it was difficult for you to, say certain things and open up and just talk to me about it. I mean, I'm a stranger to you, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you. You have my support throughout this journey. I'm also very sorry that you're going through this type of abuse and disrespect, and especially in front of your children. I'm sorry that they have to witness that. Like, that's terrible. That's terrifying. And this is very unhealthy for you and the children. But we're going to work as a team to change all of that. We're going to work together. I'm going to come up with a plan to make sure that you don't have anything else to worry about.
Okay, well, I know I want to leave. I want to file for a divorce,
Okay.
and but I don't know where to start. How I would survive without Edward's financial support. I mean, I live with him. I work with him. He pays me. I just cannot allow myself to, or our children, to go through this any longer.
Well, no worries, Miss Tam. I'm gonna do my best to help you with that and to help your children with that. So the first thing I'm gonna do to help you with that, since you did say that you did want a divorce, but you don't know how you're going to provide for them, and you don't know where you're gonna go because you live with him and you work for him.
Mm-hmm.
So considering the information that you have gave me, I have a brief solutions that I want to discuss with you. Um, I have created a worksheet that it's just basically gonna just telling like it's telling like everything. It's summarizing everything you told me, and then it has your problems. Like your two main problems are, for one, like you said, you already wants to get divorced, so you wanted to leave him, but you need shelter. That's your first problem. And your second problem is that you need money, you need financial support. So I I am going to the worksheet is basically it has the steps that we're going to take to solve your problems, and we're going to have a goal that we have to reach at the end. And we're going to reach that goal because I'm going to work with you and I'm going to make sure that we reach that goal.
Okay, thank you. I see that you are really going to help me.
Yes, I am. First, we're going to eliminate the first problem, which is getting you and your children to a shelter.
A shelter. I don't know. I don't want the kids to think that we are homeless.
Oh no, Tina, it's not what you think. It's a shelter by the name of House of Grace, which is designed for domestic violence victims such as yourself and your children. They they provide many services that fit your profile.
Hmm. Can you tell me what kind of services?
Sure. Here's a brochure about the shelter, but they provide services such as legal and financial assistance, counseling, housing, and children's services. You would not have to worry about your husband finding you or your children. They will provide a secluded home for you. They will also, find you a job to do, whether it's working in the facility doing something or just another job somewhere else. Your children, you won't have to worry about him finding them or him causing harm to them because they will either, well, we're gonna get to that later on about the counseling. The
Okay.
counsel, well, I'm gonna meet up with House of Grace and counselor from the school, and we're gonna, work together to see about if your kids will either feel safer homeschool or will they feel better, just having, protection of like a police officer around the clock that secure the premises and things like that until the divorce is settled. And they're very great. I recommend a lot. I have a lot of parents, single mothers that have went there because their husband or their boyfriend or anything like that was abusing them. So it's like I have connection with them. It's not their first go around.
Okay. I mean, all the things that you're saying and all the things I see here on this brochure, I see um, it might be a good match for me and my children.
That's good to hear, Tina. So are you willing to give House of Grace a chance? Um, you don't have to answer me today if you don't want to. You have time to think over it, but just let me know so we can proceed in the process of getting you away from Elwood as soon as possible.
Yes, I want to give them a try. I cannot continue with Edward any longer.
Okay, I'm going to give the director at House of Grace a call, and I'm going to schedule you in to. They're going to want you to come, you and the children to come in today.
Um, I got a question before you do that.
Yes, what's your question?
Will they help me find another job? I mean, I love working. I love providing for me and my children, and I need to have money.
Yes, they will, like I stated before, they will help you with financial assistance. They will find you a job, and they will help you with whatever. They will give you vouchers and things like that. And they will help you restart your life and move forward with your children.
Okay, so that's great. I want to thank you. I want to start today.
That's great to hear. I'm so happy that you are willing to move forward today, and that you want to get away so fast. Because most women, they hesitate, but I see you are very motivated to get on with your life. Um, After our meeting today, are you willing to go to the school to check out your children and allow me to take you to the House of Grace, because the director is going to be waiting on us to go and get you settled in, get you and the children settled in?
Sure, yes. Edward's in court all day, and school is almost out anyway.
Great. So here are the goals that we're going to be establishing first. Um, we have to get you and the children settled into the House of Grace. Like I said, the director is going to be waiting. Then tomorrow, I'm going to set up a meeting with your son's counselor at the school, myself, House of Grace, and you. And we're going to make sure that the children are going to be in a safe learning environment. We're going to make sure that you're going to be safe. I know you might not want to look for work right away because you want to settle in. They're going to, place you into another home or whatever. Like I said, secluded. You don't know. They won't nobody know where you're at. They won't allow you to use a phone just for safety purposes. We don't want you to contact anybody and tell your husband where you're at or where the children are at, since when he comes out of court and you're not home, it's going to be aggressive attitude. He's going to be very angry, and he's going to want to find you. And so we're going to make sure that the children's education is continued, because I know that's very important to you. And I don't know if they want, like I said, I don't know if they want the kids to be homeschooled or not. But after the meeting tomorrow, we'll figure it out.
Okay, thank you again for putting your time and efforts to help me solve my issues and to create a better life for myself and my children.
Well, it was my honor. I just want to thank you for coming in and sharing your story with me. That showed a lot of strength and courage. You are a strong woman, and I believe that you will overcome this and restart your life in a new direction. I really feel like this is going to move good, and you're going to be on a positive step. Your children are going to be in a positive step, and I'm pretty sure they will appreciate you when they get older. They'll be like, "My mom, she did it. She overcome what my dad put her through. She didn't fall weak. She removed us out of this situation and put us into a better one, a safer situation." And they will appreciate you for that, and you are setting a great example for them. And I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you already for making this first step. And when the divorce process comes along, I have all the files here, and we're gonna have files from House of Grace showing that, showing that the judge that you're trying, that what went on and everything that you went through. So I just want to thank you for coming in.
All right, thank you again, and I will be waiting on you tomorrow.
Okay. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. I just